line streetcar service. Now, the most commonly landed on space in Monopoly is Illinois Avenue, since renamed MLK Boulevard.
Stop. How do you even know what the most commonly landed upon space is? They're not like pollsters going around surveying Monopoly.
It's a game with dice and stuff. You just run the stats and, look at the different factors. There's a chance card that sends you there. You run the stats. Illinois is the most commonly landed on Square.
Statistics, you say? Why, BJ? That's what today's show's about. It's Thursday night. As nerds, it's our requisite duty to support movies about statistics. And you know what comes out tonight?
I do know what comes out tonight. Moneyball.
Yes. Now,
we're going to see Moneyball?
Now, when I said, hey, Beej, after play, let's go see Moneyball, I didn't really mean see Moneyball, because, it's kind of hard to come across tickets. I don't even know where a movie theater is, and there's certainly not one in this poker room.
And yet we have movie theater style seating for some reason, but that's okay.
There is a reason, because today we're bringing you Moneyflop with Jess and BJ. Since we can't be at the movies, we can at least pay homage to, the sabermetrics.
Wow, nothing's more fun than an homage.
Doesn't it just inspire? You know what's more fun than an homage? Sabermetrics.
I do like sabermetrics.
So that's what we're going to talk about today. Poker, blah, 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 but mostly just as a vessel to talk about numbers and stats and math.
All right, first stat, we got to settle up yesterday.
I win.
I lost.
So now I'm ahead. Here's a number for you. 1. Here's a number for you. Goose egg.
That's just for today. Didn't I win the first two?
There was only one before that.
Man, this week is flying by.
And we tied, so I'm winning.
That would be 2-1. Or 1-0-1.
Yes.
Sorry, I confused you there for a second.
No, because if we tied, it's a wash.
No, that's the third number. It's wins, losses, ties.
Oh, okay.
It would be 1-0-1.
Okay, there's still an O in the column under what your name is, so I'm leading, and you have a chance.
This basic introductory lesson to baseball statistics has been brought to you by the number 7, which was the line the bookie set. See, I can transition too. The line the bookie set for Vanessa Selps to finish in this tournament. She was...
Here's a number for you, 23.
Yeah, 27 started the day. She ran into some bad luck and busted in 23rd place.
So I had the over, I win. You can tie me with today's, though. Otherwise, I win outright for Borgata. With today's question, the final table has
6 players.
6 players, 2 24-year-olds, 1 26-year-old, and then the other 3 are all over the age of 35.
Oh, such old men we are.
How old is the winner of the final table going to be? Now, you may wonder what's up with this number if only 2 of them are 24, but they are 1 and 3 in chips, respectively.
Right.
Bobby Abudi is the chip leader. Darren Elias is 3rd in chips. So
now, anyone who's ever seen this show ever should already know exactly how this is going to go. So, Jess, just do yours while I do mine. I mean, this one's an obvious.
I like my online friends. Yes, I'm going to take the youngins, and I think that with the chips and Darren especially finally making that major final table after being a presence for so long, I feel like one of them is going to get there.
I have 4 guys on my side. I have age on my side.
I have nothing to lose on my side because at worst I'm tying for this season.
Your 2 guys put together, my guys are way older than them.
This is true. All right.
And I say that like that's relevant.
Well, we're talking about the guys. We're talking about being competitive. May as well do the draft.
Okay.
We Rochambeau'd, as usual.
Yes,
will go first.
And for some reason, I am unable to beat Jess at Rochambeau.
We can do it for other games. Tiddlywinks, Candyland. Not Monopoly. It takes too long, but...
I would kick your butt at Monopoly.
Anyways, what are we betting?
A
round of bingo at Foxwoods?
All right.
All right. You still owe me a cheesesteak, so we can maybe take care of that while we're there?
We haven't been able to get to
There are no cheesesteaks in the Atlantic City area. We're going to have to work on this one.
It's a little tough for us to schedule it, but we'll figure a way to get Jess the cheesesteak I owe her.
Yes, we'll deal with that little problem. We also have something unprecedented happening today.
We do?
Surprise, BJ! This isn't that much of a surprise to you. I happened to mosey over and ask BJ, hypothetically, since I won the Rochambeau, am I allowed to opt to take the first pick, or am I allowed to defer and take the kickoff in the second half? I am going to defer and give you first pick.
All right. Yeah, I like that wrinkle. I think it adds an extra layer of strategy depending on how the chip counts break.
And numbers, like Moneyball.
Yes. Okay, so quick rundown of the players.
So if this is Moneyball, does that make me Brad Pitt?
No, that would make me Jonah Hill.
That sounds about right. No?
No. Why would you even want to be Brad Pitt?
I don't know. There aren't any chicks in that movie, are there?
I don't know.
Maybe one. I mean, I could be the girl wandering through the stands selling peanuts or something, but I don't think there are girls in this movie.
I don't know. If it's rated R, they squeeze a girl in there somewhere. Is it rated R?
How inappropriate can these numbers be that it would necessitate being rated R?
Oh, well.
That statistic's obscene. All right.
All right,
pick.
Our draft, the 6 players in chip count order, Bobby O'Booty and Fred Goldberg, both at the top with about $11 million each.
Yeah, Bobby O'Booty has the edge by 3 antes, so it's effectively a tie.
Darren Elias, third with $7.3 million. Daniel Buzgone, fourth with $4.7. And the last 2, Ricky Hale and Jin Huang, both have 2.3, 2.2. They're the really short stacks, less than 20 big blinds.
I think it's less than 15 big blinds, actually.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I'm going first. I am going with the number 2 in chips, but basically even, Fred Goldberg.
He did have a very big day today.
Yes, he did. He became a monster stack early. He busted 3 players in a row, including Vanessa Selps.
And Miami John Cernuto, who, can I just say, is so respected out here. And in poker in general, he got a standing ovation from the people sitting up in here as he exited.
That was a classy touch. But
I like that.
Fred Goldberg took a huge lead with like about 22 players left and held on to it for most of the day. Lost the chip lead late, but still right there. Not only that, this guy finished 10th in the 2006 WSOP, the largest field WSOP event ever. And he's already finishing at least 6 or higher here at WPT Borgata, the largest WPT event in history. You run the stats on those. He finished top 0.1% of the WSOP event. Wins here, it's also top 0.1%, a little better than that. The numbers add up. That's his big field percentage beat stat. He's got it. Fred Goldberg, number 1 draft pick.
I like that one. And, like you said, 2 deep runs. He also is the only player at the table who has made a WPT final table before, so he does have experience on his side.
That was back season 4-ish.
But, like I said, in my over-under, youth will prevail, and I am not hedging my bets. I'm going all in on this bet, and I am going to take, for my first draft pick, one of the 24-year-olds, Darren Elias. He may be third in chips, but he is that baseball player that has been in is AA the next one? AAA, sorry. Clearly, I know my baseball very well. That is just waiting to be called up and become a superstar. In the community, people know him really well. He's actually a Borgata reg and a really seasoned online vet. He finished second to Eric Seidel at the LAPC High Roller earlier this year. And running the numbers, I came to this. I looked at how many hours Darren Elias has been playing online, because he's pretty old school, like playing online since 2003, old school. So I ran the hours he played online by the number of hands he played online, and then I created a factor based on an exponent of how many hands he's logged live in various casinos around the United States, and we came to the magic number of 4.5, so how can I lose?
I'm just thinking how you're calling a 24-year-old old school who wasn't even born when I was in high school.
Ask around, he's OG.
All right, well, it's your pick. Darren Elias, number 2 pick for Jess.
My number 1 pick, my number 2 pick, the other 24-year-old, Bobby O'Booty. Now, if you look at his VPIPIP.
Which is what?
BJ, you're not down with the poker lingo? Voluntary chips put in pre-flop, in position, in person.
VPIPIPIPIP?
No, 3 IPs. VPIPIPIP.
I feel like I'm spelling Mississippi. Go ahead.
So, with that stat extraordinarily high, he's aggressive, he picks up chips, he tangles in pots when he needs to, he knows when to get away, and he is the chip leader. Easy pick.
All right. I get the 4th pick overall. I'm going Daniel Buzgone.
I do like this one, too.
I mean, this
Another
one
local.
seems like a no-brainer just with the chip count, but I got a sloppy clawed scouting report on him, and this may be a little bit more intramural softball than baseball, but his BAC can often be around .075, and he still performs at peak capacity. Wildman 75, I think it all adds up to a better than expected performance. Doesn't need to win, just needs to give me better than expected performance for me to pick up the points I need to carry the title home. Daniel Buzgone, solid player. He's going to bring it home. May not win it, but I think he might pull me a second.
And what you're saying is when he busts, he could play drunk run 1-2 with the best of them?
Absolutely.
All right. Next pick?
Oh, I get to go again. All right, we've got the 2 short stacks.
Yes.
Ricky Hale and Jin Huang. I'm going to go with Jin Huang. He is the shortest stack by just a little bit. But this guy has been short. He was really short late in the day yesterday. He was crippled. He managed to battle back. He was short again today. Battle back.
Can we, to clarify battle back, he went from 340,000 to 3.6 million. Not like,
And then lost some of it.
I got up over $1 million, stayed there a little while, fell back a bit. It was like,
That's
swoop.
battling back.
And I'm saying, to his credit, it was a huge battle back. And
in probably one of the biggest pots of the day, got it all in pre-flop against Will Faela. He had jacks, Faela had queens, flopped a jack, turned a jack, quad jacks to cripple Faela. He was eliminated on the next hand, but this was the one that did him in. And boy, the room cleared out after Will Faela. Local hero going for his second straight domestic WPT title, back-to-back domestic WPT titles. So it was a shame to lose Will, but the guy who busted him, for a guy with his chip stack, he has an extremely high VORP. The value over a replacement player. You put a Michael Mizrachi or a JC Tran in there with his chip stack, and they're going to be like, this many chips, they just, I'm all in, let's double up or go home. This guy's going to do a lot with that stack.
I will say, he
Jin
plays
Huang.
an extraordinarily high percentage of hands for the stack that he does have. Most people, that's just a chip stack, and he finds ways to play hands and somehow maintain chips. It's interesting to watch. All right, so that does leave me with Ricky Hale, but I have a really good tip for those of you who are looking to scout poker players. I looked at all the WPT players in history. Almost 100% of them drink bottled water. I've seen Ricky Hale drink bottled water here at Borgata. How can I lose?
I'd say a very high percentage of them also wore shoes, but all of these guys wore shoes, therefore they're all going to win.
BJ, we're supposed to be seasoned vets. You can't just throw away all the easy tips about how to draft people.
Oh, I'm sorry, you believe this stuff.
Trade secret. Trade secret.
Sure.
Needless to say, Ricky Hale is short, but he seems to be good at dodging trouble. He kind of laid low all day and still held on to his
Yeah, I
chips
think
and
he's
made
a
it through.
solid short stack as well. He's not somebody you're expecting to just drop off immediately.
All right.
I feel good about my team.
All right. We've drafted. It's still not quite midnight, so we could very potentially
Go see Moneyball?
go see Moneyball. But first question of the day. In the vein of Moneyball, what is your favorite Brad Pitt movie? And I'm just going to go ahead and get mine right out here.
Wow, somebody's excited.
It's kind of stupid, I'm aware, but one of my favorite movies of all time is Sleepers, that movie from like 1996 about the 4 boys who were in juvenile detention and then they grow up and want to get revenge on the people who mistreated them. It's a very complicated plot, but the cast is amazing and Brad Pitt is in it and he is very good. So, Sleepers.
So I got to pick my favorite Brad Pitt movie?
Yes, you do.
I'm kind of thinking it might be Fight Club, but I know I can't think of a lot of Brad Pitt movie. What else is there?
Legends of the Fall?
No. Saw it? No.
12 Monkeys.
No, didn't see it.
Interview with the Vampire.
No.
Natural Born Killers.
No.
Ocean's 11.
No.
Ocean's 12.
No.
Ocean's 13.
Did they make an Ocean's 13?
Yes.
No.
Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
No.
All right.
Anything?
Meet Joe Black.
No. No. No.
I'm kind of running out of choices here. 7 Years in Tibet.
That's it. That's the
7
movie.
years in Tibet?
No.
Really?
7.